getting super hot now. I should be sitting in the shade, but I want the sun. Now Tinashe is going in where there's crocodiles.
Why the hope it will catch your tools?
Out! Someone once said, place remembers no man. Took me a while to register that one. Place remembers no man. After I leave the spot that I'm standing on, it's not going to acknowledge me or remember me or throw up some sort of gang sign the next time somebody comes here. It'll be like I was never there. That spot where I went to yesterday at Ngema Dam to go reminisce about my dad, it remembered him not. It's only me in here. Yeah, I took a stone, I took pictures, I took a little bit of sand, and I could erect some sort of monument, but in time, as soon as you leave that spot, place remembers you not. Huh? Can you see the people that were here 500 years before us? And their skull and bones might be there, but double that. 2,000, 1,000,000 or whatever. Eventually, place remembers no man. Word's so true. So why fuss about the things that I own about today and trying to keep them and hoard them forever and ever and ever when they're gone? You and them gone. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing the point. Or gone, of course. Or having too much fresh air. Yeah, smoking too much fresh air. Here's an empty Chibuku plastic container. Zimbabwe, let me give you guys an idea what to do with this. Don't just discard it and throw it away into the environment thinking somebody else is going to pick it up for you or it's somehow going to magically disappear. It doesn't. Plastic, unlike the cans, which will probably be rust within 5 or 10 years, disappear and become iron of the earth again, or tin of the earth. Plastic doesn't. This, remember, was taken from oil. Okay, so this is going to take 500 years to disappear. We won't be around. And how many more of these will be discarded? And if your cattle eat this stuff, then sick. So you don't want that to happen. Alright, looks like we're not going to turn around from using plastic once, but at least make it work for you. So here's what I suggest you should do, right? You cut it in half. Fill it with nice, dark, rich manure swale. Yeah? Halfway up or whatever. First of all, you need to make tiny little holes at the bottom so that the water can seep through slowly. And then you fill it both sides. Cut it in half and you got 2 containers. You got one with the lid still on and one with the bottom. Okay, so you make holes on both ends. And then after you've cut it in half, fill it with whatever rich soil you have for whatever vegetable you're trying to grow. And then you lay them out in a row, one after the other, maybe 5 abreast, or 1 row, 5 abreast, like you're making a vegetable bed. And then you can plant your maize, your carrots, your dhania, your coriander, your onions, your garlic, in places where in your yard you don't have soil. So you could put it on some part of the concrete that you're not using, or some part of the lawn, and it'll use much less water because all you're doing is just maybe half a cup a day into this. Half a cup, half a cup, half a cup, half a cup, and it's not going to waste. And if you're smart, you could put a tray underneath these so that the water that escapes, you collect it further down the line again and use it again. So Zimbabwe, recycle, recycle, recycle. Find as many uses as you can for these containers, because I've seen them littered all over your roadside and in the bush. Beer bottles, brandy bottles. Come on. Alright, get drunk, but be more responsible. You don't look cool, or you're not tough when you're throwing away and destroying your own. It's yours. Look after it. You wouldn't do that in your bedroom, would you? Well, some of you do. So yeah. I feel like just wearing the underpants here, man.
Yeah.
The underpants and boots. It's beautiful. Nice. 12:30. Tea starting to make lunch. Come on, my brother. Let me show you what's in my cooler box, YouTube. Some rusty cans. Check this one out. Nice, huh? Nature reclaiming. Plastic takes 500 years. Any ideas what you could do with this, YouTube? No? Think I'm crazy collecting this? Some black labels, some golden Pilsner. Little light bulb in there. Huh? Can be a lantern. Hang it from the ceiling. Put it on a little plate of wood. No? How about a little candle in there, mounted on a plate of wood? Now I got your juices flowing, haven't I? Imagine the golden yellow light that will come out of there in all directions, like rays of light coming out of the clouds. Don't knock it till you try it. Back in the cooler box you go. Check out this bush toilet. Facing the dam. 60 meters from the dam, 50 meters from the dam. There's probably, my guess, a wasp's nest right above. There we go, I was right. Wasp's nest. And somebody left their cap behind, their hat behind in a hurry. I can see a spider. So, nah. Don't use these. (1988) 27th of, can't see that number, of the 9th, maybe 1988. That's when this was made. Zinc toilet. With just a hole that goes down, so nothing to flush. Don't use it. Make your way to the bush toilet. Follow my lead, I'll show you. YouTube. Finding your spot amongst nature. You're probably thinking, you gotta go under the shade, it's gotta be shady. Alright, it's gotta be private, away from everybody. No, as long as no one can see you. Don't go under some big shade with lots of rocks, and because think you leave your pants behind. How to have a shit out in the open bush when you're in Zimbabwe. Huh? Some of you are thinking, oh my goodness, this guy. Make a video about that. Too much of you are all about what is on the outside, man. Too much. What trainers you wear, what car drive, how nice you smell, how nice you look. How nice the food looks on the plate, how it tastes. You so forget that it comes out. Why don't you fuss about that? Why don't you make as much fuss about that as you do about the presentation and the cutlery and how clean it should be? Why don't you fuss about that when it comes out? And yet you don't. It flippin' stinks, most of you. That's why you're using flippin' aerosol and what. Not supposed to. Human poo not supposed to stink to high heaven and back. But it does. And that's why you're too embarrassed to talk about it. That's why you're disgusted to talk about it, because your shit is disgusting. Everybody else is disgusting except for vegans. It don't smell like that. It's different. Where was I? Finding your spot amongst nature, out in the open, but from far away from anybody can see you. So don't go on top of rocks, under a tree, because you never know what might be hanging above you. All right? Make sure you got a good 360 of your view. I've always wanted to see these crickets in action, but as soon as you get close to them, they stop. Right? X marks the spot. I'm gonna leave a roadside landmine. Come on, lighten up, YouTube. It's only YouTube.